and there's also brakes in the back, so my cameraman can also brake as well if I'm not paying attention. The Christmas decorations are up. This makes me so happy.
Are you crazy?
Who's that I hear? Whose voice is that? For me, this is like a beautiful summer evening back home in Canada, and I'm still wearing shorts. How Canadian of me. Hey explorers, are you visiting Tokyo Disney Resort and wondering about some of their accessibility options? Well, in today's video, we're gonna find out. As you may have seen explorers on my socials or on my previous videos, I was involved in a car accident. Don't worry, I'm fine. My knee is a little injured though, so I thought I would take this time to come to the parks and see what the accessibility options are, because I know a lot of explorers have asked about this, so I thought, you know what, why don't we do it? And just a quick little note, this is my experience, so your experience may vary. This video is just to help you get an idea of what to expect. So in the video, I'm going to be sharing with you my experience with the accessibility options. We're going to be going to Tokyo Disneyland today, and the first thing we're going to do is get on the monorail, head on over to the front of Disneyland. So let's go. Monorail, 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 monorail. I always have the Simpsons references in my pocket, so don't you worry. There's an elevator that we're going to be taking. Oh, they're doing a little bit of construction. So waiting for the monorail. Here it comes. The Christmas music makes me so happy.
The doors will now close.
And perfect. The elevator is right beside the ticket gates. Oh, jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg, Batmobile lost its wheel and the Joker got away. Made it into the park, and it's all done for Christmas. So we're gonna rent a wheelchair. That's what we're gonna do today. I think it's somewhere over this way. Over to the right, this is where you get the stroller and wheelchair rentals. So as I mentioned, we're gonna be getting a wheelchair for today. So here are the prices. So we're just getting the regular wheelchair, 500 yen per day, or 1,000 yen for two. And they also have motorized wheelchairs and also battery assisted push wheelchairs and also strollers. The cast were so lovely. They showed us how to use the wheelchair. So we have the brakes up front here. I didn't want to do both because I didn't want to start rolling. And we have the handles here so I can push myself. And there's also brakes in the back, so my cameraman can also brake as well if I'm not paying attention. Then there's also, as you see, there's a spot to put my cane, which is really lovely. Let's go do a ride or watch a show. The characters are roaming out front. Oh, I see Piglet and I see Tigger too. I think I saw a bunch of other characters as well. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, they tend to come out in the afternoons, kind of wandering about. Oh, I see Mr. Schmeez over there. Captain Hook must be around somewhere. The Christmas decorations are up. This makes me so happy. And I love that the Christmas tree is back. I think they had it last year too, but it was gone for a while. This fills me with so much joy. A huge shout out to my cameraman up here. He's the real hero. He's been helping me out with everything, since my accident. So the system here, so there's the DAS system and the separate weight system. So the DAS system, that's where you need a certificate. If you live in Japan, a certificate from Japan or from your country, wherever you come from, something from your doctor. And you need that if you want to get the disability ticket. For me, I'm just on a regular day ticket, so we're not doing the disability access service. We are doing what is called the separate weight service. So we're gonna find out how that works today. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna head on over to Pooh's Hunny Hunt. Change of plans, actually. Pooh's Hunny Hunt is at a 75-minute wait, so we're gonna do that afterwards because the parade starts in an hour and 15 minutes. So we're actually gonna go to the wheelchair section for the parade because we asked the cast member and they said it starts getting busy in that area about an hour prior. So I don't wanna cut things too close, I don't wanna rush. So we're gonna wait the hour and go to the wheelchair section for the parade. So I'm gonna show you where that is. Pooh's Hunny Hunt is over there, and then this goes into Fantasyland, and that is Maurice's house, and this is where the wheelchair area is, so that's where we will be sitting for the Christmas parade. Cast members are very lovely. So she told us we can have up to 3 people, so myself in the wheelchair, and then 2 other people can be with you, so you can't have any more than that. So if you have a bigger party, they're gonna have to sit elsewhere, unfortunately. And she said, like, it is going to get busy here, and you're welcome to go to the restroom if you need to, but if you do, just to put something down on the ground just to save your spot. So I sent my cameraman to go get me some apple tea soda because we have an hour to wait, and I want some apple tea soda. So this is the last time they're doing this version of the Christmas parade, so I'm happy I get to see it. 20 degrees Celsius currently, so this is comfortable weather. Yeah. As we're waiting, you know what the perfect way to pass the time is? Getting apple tea soda. I can't have a video without having apple tea soda, you know me. This is a gem of a snack. This is at Captain Hook's Galley, same with the apple tea soda. These are baked cheese potatoes. Now they're not Instagram, you know, pretty or anything like that, but they are delicious. And not a lot of people know about them. Well, except for you now, because I'm telling you. These are the perfect little snack. I had planned to do a video on this, but then I got into my accident, so plans had to change a little bit. I have a guidebook. The team and I put out a brand new illustrated guidebook for snacks at Tokyo Disney Resort. So it highlights the snacks I think that you should try. So it's a curated list of snacks to help you navigate all the snack options, because there's a lot here at Tokyo Disney. So it's a cute little illustrated guidebook. Each snack has its own dedicated page and has information in there to help you decide what snacks you want to get. So, as I mentioned, it's a smaller guidebook. It's cute. You should go check it out. I'll pop it up on the screen. Scan the QR code. Go and check it out. It's on our website, okay? One of the Disney Premier Access sections is right across from the wheelchair section too. That is section C. I saw a cast member holding up a sign. And they also take off the rope here. So if you're near the front, they'll take the rope down before the parade comes. So you have an unobstructed view. And a lot of people are sitting, which is great. So a lot of the parades near the front, along the parade route, you sit. Further back, there's standing areas. They'll tell you where to stand. I hear the parade coming. We're being taught how to do a little dance with our hands. There's my boys. I may be rushing things, but tuck the holes in that knot. It's a magic night for me to your days. Be merry and bright. Be merry and bright. And may your Christmas into a Christmas as we walk That's a cute parade. So this is the last year that they're doing it for Christmas. It's been around for a while. So usually like our seasonal parades here at Tokyo Disneyland change out almost every year. But for the last while, you know, they've been staying around a little bit longer. Anyway, we got there about an hour and a half early, and the area did fill up. There's probably about 3 or 4 more rows of people behind us after that. So we got there, hour and a half before, and we were third in. So I guess you can kind of use that as a gauge as to how early, if you need to use the wheelchair section to get there. So we're gonna grab some food. Just sitting there, got a little bit more hungry. Also, the wait times for a couple of the attractions we want to do are a little high, so I thought, let's go eat, and then maybe the wait times will come down maybe a little bit. We're here on a Saturday, so it is quite crowded. I'm just showing what to expect. There's some choke points and stuff when it comes to crowds. Usually happens once the parades end as well. I usually wouldn't come on a weekend, but this was the only day I was able to do this, so we're just dealing with it. That's how it goes. Gonna grab some curry here at the Hungry Bear restaurant. Just because it's so busy, they're making most people wait in the line to order first before getting a table, but we asked if, since I'm in a wheelchair, if we could come and snag a table, then that way we don't have to navigate through all that because it's a bit crowded, and the cast let us grab this table. So you can ask if you want to save a table. Normally you get a table first, but just because it's so busy today, you just have to wait in the line typically. Whenever you come to Hungry Bear, you always get the tonkatsu with the cheese. If you don't get cheese,
yeah. Are you crazy?
Who's that I hear? Whose voice is that? Guess who's here? Guess who I ran into?
Yes.
It's Peter and Keitra.
So good to see you. I'm so happy to be eating curry with you at Hungry Bear.
Yes.
This is the best meal you can have at Disneyland.
Yeah, but you gotta get cheese. Like if you
Yes.
get
Cheese. You gotta get cheese.
Hey, I got it without cheese.
Fair enough. Had our curry, and I forgot that it gets really dark early during the winter time. It's just after 5 o'clock. So we're gonna be heading to Pooh's Honey Hunt, and I think it's posted at a 75-minute wait or something like that. So we'll see how the separate wait service works, because I've never done this before, so we'll find out and report back, I suppose. We're asking to scan our park tickets. The cast member was very helpful. So what happened was he just asked if I can walk a little bit, and I said I could, and he scanned my ticket because we're doing the separate wait service. So I'm going to be going through a different entrance. We'll find that out in a second. And then my cameraman, we're going to meet up at some point. So again, because we're doing the separate wait service, we have to, I have to be able to do things by myself, which I can, so that's perfectly fine. If we were doing DAS, which we are not, just so that's clear, but based off what I've read for DAS, if you do that, you obviously need your a certificate or some sort of documentation showing that you're able to use the DAS. Then the party would be able to wait together in this separate area that we are going to. I'm outside here waiting for Pooh's Honey Hunt, so it's right there. And actually the priority pass Disney Premier Access line is right there. So that's where I'm going to go once my cameraman gets to the merge point. So he has to go wait in the line, and it's sitting at about a 75-minute wait. So once he gets to a certain merge point, I'll ask him when I see him where it was exactly. He's going to let me know. And then I take my pass that's on my phone, and then I go through the Disney Premier Access line, it looks like, and then I wait up or meet up with him that way. So I have to be able to wheel myself, which I'll be able to do in the wheelchair just fine. Now, I'm not sure how this works for all of the attractions, because I'm sure there's some that probably have a separate waiting area, but for Pooh's Honey Hunt in particular, there's no separate waiting area. So I'm just chilling outside here. Thankfully, it's not raining. I've got to wait about 75 minutes, so I brought a book. I'm going to read my book and just sit here and relax. So I'll be going right there. So that's the priority access line. So, like I said, I'm going to be waiting here about 70 minutes while my party goes through the regular line, and then I'll meet up with them. So I'm not saving any time or anything. I'm not skipping any lines. I still have to wait the 75 minutes. This is really good information to know. I was genuinely curious how this all worked. Good to know. So this is good information. So it's a weekend, right? It's a Saturday. and it's also a long weekend, so it's incredibly busy. Probably be better to pay for the Disney Premier Access, which is Tokyo Disney's version of the Lightning Lane, because it looks like once I do go, that's the Disney Premier Access line, which I'll scan my separate wait service ticket that they issued to me, and then meet up with my cameraman once he finishes going through the standby queue. I think I've been waiting only 10 minutes so far. But thankfully, I have my phone, and he's going to send me a message to let me know when it's time for me to go through. The Reach for the Stars show is starting. Well, it started at 5:50. So I guess I can kind of watch it from here. Reach for the Stars is their brand new nighttime castle projection show. Okay, cool. Okay, so my cameraman is at the waiting point, so he said I can come through now. So it looks like I'm going to display the code, and I'm going to go through the priority access line, it looks like. So I have to wheel myself through the priority access line here. Whee! I know the camera angle is not going to be the best, but it's hanging out of my bag, and I'm just doing my best here. I'm a little nervous because I'm holding up the line behind me, and I know I am, but just gonna do what I can. Konnichiwa. Konbanwa. Hai, onegai shimasu. Sumimasen. Hi. Hi. Met up with my cameraman. Hello, cameraman. Okay, that was a little more stressful than I thought it was going to be. I had to push myself through the queue there. This is where we merge, so we get to see the cute queue. It's worth it. Hello, people. Hello, Pooh. And Christopher Robin, too. So I have thoughts on everything that transpired. Pooh's Hunny, wonderful. Perfection. That attraction, I don't think you can make it any better. It's wonderful. So the separate wait service, as you saw, I pushed myself through the queue there, and I met up with my cameraman. So as I was saying prior, it probably makes sense if you're doing the separate wait service, it might just be better to get the priority, like pay for the Disney Premier Access for everybody in your group, then you all can just go together through the priority access line. Instead of having to, people separate and stuff like that. It makes it a little more convoluted than it needs to be. But of course that is more money. But that's why we're doing this today, to see how this works, and I can show you at home what to expect if you decide to do this. Now, I can't speak for the DAS because we're not doing that today. So if you're someone in a wheelchair that is eligible for DAS, your experience will probably be a little bit different. Like I said, I can't speak to that because that's not what we did today. We waited about an hour for Pooh's Hunny Hunt, so it was close to the 75 minutes. So the electrical parade, the Christmas version, starts in 20 minutes. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna watch that. Why not? So I think we're gonna go to the exact same place where we watched the Christmas parade from before. So we're going to the same spot we were for the daytime parade, right here in front of Maurice's house. So we're a little bit later, so we'll probably be back a little bit, like further back in the row, but that's okay. We're 3 rows back, which is not bad, and I want to sit right up against here. That's the just free seating section, and that way you can see the parade come down this way.
Let us all celebrate the season with lights.
You have to see the Christmas version of Electrical Parade Dreamlights. Just Electrical Parade in general, that is honestly one of the best parades at any Disney park. Christmas version or not, spectacular. I'm happy that we got to see that. So we got to the wheelchair section, as you saw, about 20 minutes early, and then I did 20 minutes ahead of time before the show starts. So it takes a while for it to come around, a good 10 minutes for it to come around to the side. And what we did was I did mobile order for Tomorrowland Terrace, which was right next door, and we just got some drinks, and then cameraman went and picked up the drinks. So utilize that mobile order as well. That just makes your life easier, just all around. Just general rule of thumb, use mobile order when you can. I think we're gonna do Pirates of the Caribbean. So we're gonna make our way through the crowds towards Adventureland. A lot of the surface throughout Tokyo Disneyland is nice and smooth, so it makes it easy for wheelchairs and strollers and whatnot. Fantasyland, the Beauty and Beast area, there's a lot of cobblestone, so you're kind of bouncing a lot. The temperature has dropped too. It's 17 degrees Celsius. For me, this is like a beautiful summer evening back home in Canada. And I'm still wearing shorts. How Canadian of me. Oh, they have Garland at the Pirates of the Caribbean. What is the wait time on this? Let's see. I think it was 15 minutes? 15? Yeah, 15 minutes. All right, let's see what the situation is here. So they're taking us straight on for this one. It's only a 15-minute wait, and we're gonna go up here and be able to get on, and then they're gonna move the wheelchair over to the stroller area. That's where we'll pick it up.
Hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat. you fancy a swim with Davy Jones?
Don't tell him.
Order by the pound. Shift your cargo bearing. Show 'em your larboard side. Belay there, you forecastle swell.
Ready.
Wouldn't dare to see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face when he hears down 'tis only me what's got the goods.
Working on the nose. Good. Hold on. I say higher. Mangy mutt.
Yes, 'tis a fine treasure indeed. Is that not true, my chromatic winged beast? Drink up me on Joe.
Pirates of the Caribbean is such a classic attraction. So as you saw, we went through a different line. So we asked the cast members, and wheelchair users aren't able to go through the regular line. So that was the line that we used that took us right to the front. And as you saw, it was a 15-minute wait, but we did get to go right through. And we asked the cast members, they said because there's 2 of us, they just let us go through. If there was 3 or more of us, I would have had to have stayed back, and someone else could have stayed with me, and the rest of the party would have gone through the standby queue, and then once they got to the front, then we would have been taken through the wheelchair access line. So that's how it works for this one in particular. So a lot of the attractions are going to work very differently. I'm not going to be able to get to them all, but at least this gives you an idea of how things are going to work at different attractions. And for Pirates of the Caribbean, this one does not have Disney Premier Access or Priority Pass or anything like that. It just has a regular standby queue. Christmas time is so magical here at the parks. It just makes me happy just being here. I am very grateful. Sometimes it's nice just to slow down and just soak it all in and appreciate it. I love that Christmas tree. It would not fit in my apartment, I can tell you that much. Whew, it's getting a little chilly. So overall, I wouldn't say this was easy, but I also won't say it was impossible either. The cast were incredibly friendly, very knowledgeable, and they were able to assist us at the attractions that we went to. So I had no problems there. Now you did see, things work differently at different attractions, and I didn't get to go to them all. So, your mileage may vary with everything, but probably the biggest thing is to allot yourself more time to be able to kind of navigate through all of this, because if you don't speak Japanese, there'll probably be a little bit of a communication barrier. For myself and my cameraman, we both speak Japanese, so we were able to navigate that a little bit quicker. But if you don't speak Japanese, I do recommend using the Deepl app, D-E-E-P-L. It is vastly better than Google Translate. It picks up nuances a little bit better. So I definitely recommend that app to communicate with the cast, because don't expect a lot of the cast members here to speak English, especially when it comes to situations like this where things can get a little more complicated. As you saw, we did use the separate wait service for Pooh's Honey Hunt, so I'm just going to explain it again. Me and my cameraman, we had to separate, so I had to wait outside of the attraction, and then he went through the standby queue, and then once he got to the merge point, he just sent me a message. We didn't save any time or anything, it's just I got to wait outside of the attraction. So it might be better to pay for the Disney Premier Access for everyone in your party, then you can all just go together through the Priority Access line and not have to separate and things like that. So you may have seen my previous video I did at Hong Kong Disneyland in a wheelchair. Now kind of comparing Hong Kong Disneyland with Tokyo Disneyland. Hong Kong Disneyland was a lot easier. Now granted, Hong Kong Disneyland wasn't as busy because there was a typhoon, so it really wasn't busy. And here at Tokyo Disneyland, it is a weekend, and it is a long weekend, which made it incredibly busy. And my general rule of thumb to anybody is to avoid visiting Tokyo Disneyland on a weekend or a holiday because it's just really, really busy and it's really hard to pretty much do anything in the parks. So if you do come to Tokyo Disneyland on a weekend, you know, because sometimes your schedule, that's what allows it. As you saw throughout the video, this was my experience for today. If you were to come like on a weekday, less busier day, I believe you'd be able to accomplish a lot more than what I did today. I learned a lot through this experience, helping me understand what other explorers may experience when they come to the parks. And I hope that everything that I showed here is helpful to some explorers out there in some way. All right, explorers, I need to return this wheelchair. Look at the design. That's cute, right? That's really cute. I really like that. It's also a little chilly. All right, explorers, thank you so much. And if you haven't checked out our Hong Kong video, I'll put it up on the screen for you, so you go and check that out as well. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night. Happy holidays.